How'd you beat me here?
Have you seen how long my legs are?
Did you
You were talking to that guy in the van, and
go behind me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my homeless guy.
Yeah. You're a homeless guy in your ward?
He lives up the canyon.
Oh. See how long my legs are?
Boundaries.
You were talking to that guy in the van.
Oh. Okay, so the audio's coming through.
Yeah.
You're following the stream.
Not zoomed in on me.
It hasn't?
No.
Lives up the canyon.
But both of them are the same.
Maybe I've got them set wrong. Okay, so the audio's coming through. Normally I should see this camera switching.
Not zoomed in on me.
There, it just switched to me. It's looking at me right now. So.
But both of them are the same.
Maybe I've got them set wrong. So the audio's coming through. Normally I should see this camera switching.
Zoomed in on me. Oh, there it goes. Okay,
It just
yeah.
switched to me. There's that normal delay that's going on. You might need to turn that down.
Yeah, I did. I was like, what? Why can't I hear both? But yeah, it's because it's picking up my phone on the mic.
Yeah. We'll pick everything.
Oh, now it's followed me. There, it's to me.
And it's not picking you up because of motion. It's picking you up because of the voice. It's using the microphone to change where it points based on who's talking. So the goal is, and this is why I wanted to be able to turn it off, is the goal will be that if it doesn't work, then I'll have presets ready to go. Number 2 has presets. Now I know this is odd,
Point to number 1.
but my brain has always done the camera by me is number 2 and the camera away from me was number 1.
Okay.
So I've had to do the right hand one is number 1 and the left hand one is number 2. Now it's your turn to talk.
So the one that moves is camera 1, and the one that doesn't move is camera 2. I think that's perfectly fine, because I would say number 1 is your main camera.
Yeah.
Number 2 is your secondary camera. And number 1 is the one that turns and focuses and sees what it is. And then number 2 is almost B footage, right? Like, let's do everybody.
So my goal will be number 2 will be more of the entire board, and then number 1 is going to focus on whoever or the group of people that's talking at that time.
And I'm just checking to see if it matters if my mic is on or not. If that picks me up, but you're not using your microphone, and it's still zooming in on you.
Yeah, but if I use the microphone because I need the lifted audio in the room, the microphone's just for the room. So if somebody doesn't turn on their mic, it doesn't care. It hears everybody just the same.
And what if I talk like this? Because I know that we have some board members that do not want to talk very loud. I wonder how quickly that camera will turn and pick me up. Do you think it's on me, or do you think it's can't hear anything and so it's in the middle? Because when I talk a little bit louder, then I wonder, will it move and pick me up, or is it still... See, now it's picked me up because I spoke a little bit louder. But even if I speak quietly, I'm still getting in part of that camera view.
I think you're absolutely right about that, and I think the idea is that it will amplify Karen's voice and drop Keith's voice and be the same modulated sound all the way through.
So even if I lean back in my chair and speak, see, now it even turned to me, even with the quieter voice. Should I try a high-pitched quiet voice to see if...
You just want to make me laugh. In fact, I did laugh very quietly and it picked me up anyway. Yeah, this is the microphone up here in the ceiling with the blue lights.
Yeah.
And it is more sensitive to the rostrum here
Uh-huh.
and less sensitive to the audience. But it will pick up people in the audience as well. So if somebody in the audience says, "That's a bunch of BS," it will pick them up.
So if I sit back here and I talk, is it gonna try and find me? Or is it going to just go middle? But I wonder how well it'll pick me up if I'm whispering to my neighbor. Like sometimes Ben and I sit in the back and chat.
It might not pick you up if you're whispering and somebody else is talking at the same time.
You don't think?
But if you're the only audio in the room, it probably won't pick, probably won't pick you up. But it's hard to say. It might not pick you up if you're whispering and somebody else is talking at the same time. But if you're the only audio in the room, it probably won't pick you up. It's hard to say.
It is pretty good about picking me up even when I'm whispering back here. I don't know how well you heard that, but when I was whispering like this, it picked me up as if I was speaking full volume. And when you were speaking, I could still hear it muffled underneath.
You could hear it.
Yeah, what if you turn on your mic?
So if I'm talking on my microphone and you're whispering in the back, I'm not sure exactly what it's going to do, but I do believe that my voice will dominate yours anyway. After I stop speaking and nobody else speaks, it will go to its home. I'm not sure exactly what it's going to do, but I do believe that my voice will dominate yours anyway.
Yeah, with you and your mic on, I could not hear myself whispering back here. So that was pretty good.
Okay.
But with your mic off,
Yeah.
I could hear some whispering. That's still pretty good. How much side conversation does the board ever have? You know what I mean? Like, if someone is talking or the board doesn't necessarily have little side quiet conversations, do they? Because this way they're not having they're not having quiet conversations.
They shouldn't be. They sometimes do. I have seen it before where somebody will start talking. Steve's actually the worst. He'll lean over and whisper to people all the time. And I told him this morning, I said, you can't do that. You're going to have to send a text message. And he goes, I can't. That's not legal. That becomes grandma requested if I'm in a public meeting and I send a text message. And I'm like, well, then make sure that you get all the communication done before you come in, because once you're in meeting, this thing's going to pick you up. And I like it. I think it's worth it. I really don't have a way of turning it off.
No, I think the mic does a great job of picking up. Also, if Keith wants to broadcast principals meeting, that's fabulous.
Well, and that will, yeah, I think he could probably broadcast principals meeting fairly easily. It's set up for the rostrum, so it's not gonna, we just don't have it tracking. We just have some presets for the cameras where this one's looking and 3 and 2. Because this one's number 3, this is 2, and number 4 is the Vivi. I didn't tell you, but we don't have audio coming in from the Vivi right now. Yet.
For the most part, that doesn't matter, right?
For the most part. Last month they showed a video.
Oh.
So I also wanted a second source. So I wanted the rostrum to be able to come through, and he says he figured that out and tapped into it. So I can choose between Vivi or wiring in to one of these,
Oh, okay.
but it just gives me snow.
Oh,
So we got to work on that.
but everyone should have access to Vivi that's on board, so we shouldn't have that issue,
Yeah,
because they have a school district account.
right.
Now, can they access it? That's a different thing, but they do
Yeah.
have access to it.
You're
Those are
right.
two different things.
That should be.
Camera 2 and 3, can we set them up to auto track or no?
No,
Okay, only camera 1,
only one camera will auto track.
okay.
I can set presets for camera 2 and 3, and for the most part, it's either going to be in camera 3, it's going to be presenter or wide angle, the whole room.
Yeah,
And with camera 2, I do have each of the presets in here.
oh, okay.
I preset them with the numbers just like I did over here. So I've got the flag, I've got it all based on a number.
Okay,
And so I can manually drive it without too much trouble.
yeah. Okay, and then camera 3 is, like you said, either presenter or whole room.
I haven't set any presets yet on camera 3
Okay.
because the other thought with camera 3 was belt, but the auto tracking, and the only thing I dislike about auto tracking, the thing that I dislike about auto tracking is that it moves while you're, it doesn't give me a blank for a minute and move, and
Yeah.
it's moving, and it's gonna make the audience a little bit sick.
It's actually smoother than manually moving,
It is.
but you're right. If it, like a preset, it's a little slower than a preset, but yeah,
It's adjustable.
yeah,
We can adjust the speed
yeah.
and maybe make it move a little faster.
I don't think so.
Yeah. And so in essence, this is gonna pick up Steve and Heidi Joe just as well. We bought a mic for this, but the mic's really just amplifying them in the room.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to do. This mic will pick them up well enough that we could get rid of this, get rid of the podium mic.
Oh, yeah.
I've wired the floor,
Uh-huh.
and it now works to amplify in the room, but it doesn't, because there was no mic jack there before.
Right.
So we had to add one, pull the wire, everything, with the idea that we could put this podium in, but the podium is blocking it. It's cutting off the mic. It won't allow it. But if I just take this mic and I plug it in to that jack and put it on top of the podium, it's fine.
Oh. But
So-
now what you're saying is even if we use the podium for only a standing place, not as a mic,
We could use
probably be okay.
amplify that presenter, right?
Yeah.
But the biggest problem for me with the podium is they're standing everywhere. They're turning. They're making presentations. This
Yes.
mic will now pick that up, but it is set to not pick up the sound of this
Okay, the projector?
projector, and it's not going to go much beyond where the podium normally sits. I mean, it's picking you up in the back of the room, but it's not picking you up as well
Right.
because it's only designed to pick up to the podium.
Okay.
It's being formed, it's programmed to fit this section. And
Okay.
it's wider right here,
Okay.
so it can pick these two up.
Which I like because then if the audience has whispering or whatever, it's not gonna pick them up.
Shouldn't pick them up as, like,
Yeah.
in the silent room, it's picking you up, but I don't think it will. But it will pick up the audience if they clap or if they do something else,
Yeah.
so.
So, when board meeting is going on, you would be at that computer still, But really, the only thing you're doing is clicking presets for cameras.
Yes.
You're not adjusting mics. You're not worried about inputs. So setup, really all you need is that computer. You don't need the switchboard.
Yeah. Yeah. And eventually I think I could just do it with a laptop, maybe a second monitor, because these presets will be on the second monitor
Oh, yeah.
while the main stream is on the first monitor.
Yeah.
And I should be able to just do it all without much trouble. In fact, my goal would be to just sit in the back with you and Ben and just be on my laptop.
Right. Yeah. Instead of being one of the board members,
Yeah.
right, now you are just the guy behind the screen.
Technically, I could be in Florida and run the whole show.
Because because the presets are over IP.
Yes.
I mean,
This is all web-based.
okay.
I have to be on our network.
But you can just
Yeah.
proxy or whatever that is that called?
RDP,
Yes.
Remote Desktop Protocol. So basically, I actually VPN, Virtual Private Network. I VPN into the network with my laptop,
Yeah.
and I'm able to see and control the cameras. I was playing with it a little bit, I don't know, Friday night or Saturday. I can do that. It does work that way. So camera 2 is camera 2 is just not moving at all right now.
Yeah.
And it should be in its I call it 0.
Correct. I can see from flag all the way over to.
But I don't think I have camera 2 in there.
You can't see. Yeah, you do. You don't have camera 3 in.
Oh, I don't?
Correct.
Oh.
I can't see where Neil would sit.
Yeah. That's okay. He's not part of the board.
Right. Yeah.
So I try to do board, and then when Neil speaks, it'll come to him.
Right. Yes.
It isn't as wide angle as my
Correct.
cheapies.
Yeah.
I can catch the whole room. Those cameras don't have as wide of an angle.
Yeah.
So, and I don't have my laptop here with me to control the cameras.
Yeah.
But
I mean, when you're talking about.
and you're still watching it live.
Yeah. When you're talking about kind of the set it and forget it type of thing,
Yeah.
right now, we're there.
With that
Now-
setting,
You know, if you want to make
yeah.
if you're gone, it'll do it. But if you want to make adjustments or presets with different cameras or whatever, it'll do it
Vivi,
too.
the Vivi is too small down there in that lower corner to read the agenda
Right.
or to see like if they showed a map of the school or something else, it would be too small. But
Depends on the screen I'm on.
I know.
I mean, I know what you're saying, but yeah, if I broadcast it to my 60-inch TV or whatever, then I'd have be able to see it better.
Good point.
But but you can change that if you're logged in. You can change that if you're logged in, but if you're not here, it's capturing that screen. But yeah, if you're in Florida and board meeting's going on, and they show a map of the new boundaries or whatever, you can just change the configuration, right?
Yeah.
So.
Too many, two things at once. Oh. So one of the things that I found out while we were doing all of this is that in our rack back there, we have a dedicated recorder,
Oh.
a voice and audio recorder. And if you look on this Crestron panel, there is a record button.
Uh-huh.
But the recorder is set to record room 117. No idea why. Yeah, downstairs. I've not gone downstairs to see which room 117 is. But it has 2 SD cards. They're blank as can be.
Mhm.
Nobody's ever recorded. The firmware hasn't been updated since August, like August 3rd or something of 2017. It was put in the system and nobody knew that it was there.
Oh.
Nobody knew to use it. Nobody knew anything. So,
Huh.
kind of makes me mad. I'm angry at myself that I didn't push harder to figure it out. But
But what would you have asked?
I don't know.
I could ask. I mean, you know, I could ask: is there a way that I can control my car from the from that box back there? But why would I ask such a silly question? Right? Why would you ask? Is recording set up back there?
The question that I've always asked is, what were they thinking when they built these rooms?
Correct. Yeah.
But that probably wasn't the right question. So now that I see the recording box there, I can picture the meetings that were held to design this building before it was ever, ground was ever broken. And so I can picture that time. Anything you say will be used against you in a court of law. We are broadcasting live to YouTube right now.
We have one person on.
That's you?
Yeah.
And we will delete it as soon as we re-watch it. Obviously, his broken phone, I haven't even tried calling him, but, this one, yeah, it says, this isn't private. And he goes into Walmart, and they're like, you've got a stolen phone, I need to keep this. And I don't know how he got out of there alive, to be honest with you. But it says it's being, contact your IT. Let me just call it just to make sure. I said, is the SIM card in? He says, it's in this phone. And I'm like, really? Why would you move it back to the broken phone? So if I call, one of them will, okay, so we know where the SIM card is. It's still in the new phone.
So we're not managing anything on our end. So the only thing that it could be is Verizon could have it in there still.
Well, that's on, Verizon
Yeah.
with
Um,
Marlene.
but this doesn't matter because that I had Eric check the zero touch and it's not in there. So it's not going to affect his like setup or being able to add anything. It was still in our list of devices, so we just torched it out of there. And so we're not viewing or monitoring or doing anything with it, but it may still have a profile from Verizon.
Because he went in there to see if they could help him get back on his Facebook and his things, his Gmail. And I'm like, they're not
In
gonna be able
Walmart?
to. There's not, yeah, well, it's a track phone from Walmart, right? That's what this is. But we just put the SIM card in there so we could send and receive calls, you know? But I don't really think that there's if he doesn't remember his stuff, he's just gonna have to reset them all, his passwords. Which is what we had to do to place his ad in Facebook. He had to reset his Facebook account.
His new phone is an old district phone,
Yeah.
and
It's actually Josh's old phone that was sitting in a box doing nothing.
but it's usually as soon as Marlene buys the phones, right?
Yes.
They're not on like a lease or whatever.
She buys them.
No.
So they're not locked, right?
No. No, because they're bought outright.
Right.
And it's not carrier locked either.
Right.
But the issue is that the mobile device management for this has been in limbo for a couple of years now.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's like halfway set up.
Oh,
And so things are in there, but we're not managing them. We found out when I bought my new phone that Dave had enabled zero touch enrollment a while ago to test something and never turned it back off.
oh,
And so we had to delete it out of there because I literally couldn't even add my email to it. Like, I went to go add my
that's
work
right.
email and
Yes.
it wouldn't let me do it.
He was so frustrated.
I was like, I'm
He
so
said-
done with this.
He says, I'm just gonna go buy my own phone, forget this.
Oh.
I said, no, you hang on to that, just hang on, we're gonna fix this. Yeah.
I wasn't super happy. I had to go and figure out how to set up the entire MDM and then release it. This isn't my job.
Well, while it's thinking about registering, I'll tell you about our system here. We're using a beam-forming mic. This is where Keith normally sits. And if you watch the camera on the west side by the TV up there, in the back of the room, did it come up with something? Sign into your Google account.
Same with your work account. So it is being managed somewhere.
I just don't know where.
We just don't know where because it's not in.
Okay.
it is, Robert, as you speak, as soon as Josh starts to speak, because he's outside of the range of where the the mic is, it goes to the center, but it still picks him up. So it's not recognizing him being in the area to pick up the voice.
You got one of the fancy ceiling tiles?
Yeah,
I had no idea.
that was the goal, that nobody had an idea.
Well, you and I went and saw these.
Yeah.
And I've wanted one for that whole time. And so now we are currently streaming for our very first stream, and we're not recording to our server, which is the second thing I'd like to do. But once it starts streaming, I couldn't hit the record button.
Oh, you have to hit record first and then?
Either hit record first and then stream, or I'm gonna just tell them to sync now that they're working.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they should work to just sync it. I do want a recorded copy just in case.
Right.
I mean, I trust that YouTube is now recording this and I'll have a wonderful YouTube video at the end, but I really want for my own archive. Anyway, I was walking over here and he saw me and ran the stops, our parking lot stop sign. And,
Stop strip.
Huh?
Stop strip.
Stop strip. Comes pulling up here. And I thought, this guy does not have money to do anything, to even buy kitty litter, right? But the smoke that came out when he rolled his window down,
Oh,
I thought, well, he's getting cigarettes from somewhere.
yeah.
I don't know if he's just picking up butts from the ground or what.
There's always cigarette money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
There's two things. There's always cigarette money, and there's always black expo marker money. They can always find an expo or a permanent marker to write their sign.
yeah, he doesn't have a sign.
We didn't get him a sign.
I will tell you though, if you need a wall textured and painted,
Mm-hmm.
he's looking for cash to do a job.
Oh,
He can paint a wall, he'll do it for half the cost of anybody else.
yeah.
And he's done some work for me, and he does good work,
Mm-hmm.
right? He's never painted for me, but he's done yard work and weeding and gravel,
Yeah.
spraying weeds.
Oh, here comes some more IT
He
guys.
did just fine.
Try it again, because Casey says he's probably broke it.
We're streaming.
Still streaming.
Yeah, sometimes it won't break your connection, sometimes you'll keep that connection
Okay.
until the next time it tries.
Oh,
Yeah, so what we need to do is is kill this one and start again. Okay, well, I started it from my desktop, so I'm gonna have to run back there to stop it.
Might be able to log on right here.
Might be able to.
Same website, right?
Yeah, should be able to. I
Do
just
you
can't
remember?
Start another stream until I build another stream, and he's using it now and it's fixing another problem. But too many things going on.
Well, try it again and see if it.
You think you broke it? You think you've just made it better?
Well, so what I did is I've got a test rule in firewall, so I just put in a test rule, and that fixed it for the port. So I went back and created a rule that's application specific and not port specific, so I just wanted to verify that so should, but
Yeah, it
I
should.
just wanted to make sure.
So, this is what we're testing. If I sit over here and I start talking,
You don't have to raise your voice, Robert. It picks you up pretty good.
he does. That camera will follow the sound.
Oh, okay. What happens if you get a bunch of people in here cussing and stuff like that? Is it gonna be going all over the place?
Shouldn't. It wants to hear a solid sound for 2 seconds. The fact that you just did blah, 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 and it moved was surprising, really. I think it was your volume as much as anything. But if I get done, and I'm done talking, and now, whose name's over there? Brian?
No, Brian's
Stephanie?
Yeah.
So now David, Stephanie.
So if I talk, then it'll should turn, and pick me up. Oh, I guess maybe I'm out of the range of.
Yeah, it went to center. I think you're past the range now.
Yeah.
Being out there. He didn't go much beyond that last chair.
Okay. But if I'm here, then it'll turn and focus on me. Should do it pretty quickly, but now I'm proving it wrong.
It's proven you wrong.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to figure out, how well that's gonna work. I have it set up so I can override it. I can turn it off and I can just do manual presets. But
I think it likes you. You're its favorite, Robert. As soon as you started talking, it went right to you.
go closer to the center and see what happens.
Well, I'm gonna sit in this chair right here and see if this makes a difference. And see how quickly that was as soon as I sit down.
But if you were standing,
But if I'm standing, then I'm out of the range of
there's an
what.
elevation too that he programmed into it. So it doesn't pick up the fan noise off of here. There's a ceiling on it, so you do want to be down lower. And I'm very
I
low.
take it that's the mic.
Yeah.
Yes, that ceiling tile.
Tell the board members they cannot stand up and yell, otherwise it's not gonna focus on them. Yeah. So.
Kind of cool.
Well, when you get a chance, stop the stream and then start it up and make sure it connects,
Okay.
just in case.
Yeah, it might be fun to see if I can do it from my phone, huh?
Control it from your phone. Yeah.
You know, it's browser based. There's
If you had an iPad, and at least the screen's big enough that you can
Yeah.
kind of see and touch
I
things.
could definitely have an iPad to the side for controlling cameras,
Uh-huh.
right? And it's like this, when I grab the remote, or I do the other thing, clicking on the deal to bring the camera menu up. All I'm doing is the presets.
Yeah.
And so I just hit the number and then the recall button. It's the same thing. I could do that from a phone. I
Yeah.
could do that from an iPad. The broadcast.
Yeah.
So, thanks, guys. I'll go give it a try.
I'm gonna go follow those guys back.
Yeah, makes sense. We'll see what we can do with this.
Let's do
micing your phone into it, or the computer into a hotspot, so you can connect to that phone. What's the matter? What's your goal?
I just reset it and then going back through after it was. It wants to do updates to finish setting it.
What's RG?
That's apparently your network that you set up on this thing.
I didn't say anything.
At some point you did. RG and password network pass.
Nope, never did.
Somebody did.
That's the wireless network coming off of there, but you're logged in as you, not me.
Yeah, it's global profiles
Oh,
for wire for internet.
Well, hopefully this will be, I'll be done with this machine after this month. I'm just gonna set it up to record and record only. Not even do a very good job recording, really, just recording some parts. I'm sorry to pull you away from everything you
Device managed by admin. So if we go to our stuff, we're not managing it here.
We don't call ourselves admin.
So there's the second one that's partner.android.0.com/zero-touch. And that's where it would be. I don't have access to that.
Who does?
Eric. So I had him check.
Oh, you said it wasn't though.
Yeah, he's like, I don't see anything that matches in the zero touch portal, so I'm hoping you're moving it worked. So, which doesn't look like it did. We're going for it to update.
Okay.
It is zero touch.
How do you know? 1 hour and 58 minutes. The Box Elder School District has set this device and manage contact your device's provider. Continue setup.
Let's get the IMEI information. Eric, hopefully he's still doing things.
Well, we can walk back over there and do it. This is not work related at all, so I just feel bad if I'm dragging you right into it.
That'll be in about. Signing his owner. That's interesting. Should just go without. Time, software. It's not there. I think we don't have any of our options here. SIM slot 1, SIM slot 2.
So one's a physical, one's a digital.
Looks like it's got 2 physical slots.
Well, we found the one.
I'll go over her house and
Did you give him the IMEI number?
no, because there's 2.
Well, I bet you there's a physical SIM and a electronic SIM. An eSIM on it.
76752.
Now they're all just eSIMs.
Oh, man, backs off. There's somebody else will solve it before he has to. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be cool. Invoices, yearly report, how much you spent, 2024.
It's only as good as the data that's in it, but where AI built this?
Yeah.
Kind of. Invoice Manager Pro.
User assistant, right? And then you got your history of things that, you know, old stuff that come in, sure, we can look and say, what should we pay for last time? Oh, was it in the queue?
Yeah.
Type in, oh,
I
okay.
always have that question. And I'd love to see the invoice because I think part of that 29 was like 5,007 fees. So we should only have to pay 24,000 for renewal.
So, since in the queue was 25,000, well, the second time,
Oh, in July.
so,
Yeah.
and then.
Oh, look at you. What in the world?
So, it's just putting in the hundreds of these that we have, and then wasting all that time and then having it break because AI built a garbage product. Anyway,
Lauren could put it in.
she could. She could. What did he say? Ends in 6881. Yeah. It's not fun.
Is one of them.
Ah! I knew it!
So now, gotta rebuild.
Yeah, I gotta do a. Get a release from the Zero Touch. You might be the only one with access to that strange third-party portal. That took me 4 hours to find.
Blocked you on your current phone. Is it like your current phone?
No.
No?
Cheap phone. It works. It makes calls. That's what I need it to do.
Why didn't we get you a cheap phone?
Freezes, locks up every now and again. I just don't know what phone to choose, because either you get a really expensive iPhone,
There you go, done.
I don't like.
Easy choice.
Or get something that I can play with, load things on. Is 100% compatible with all my toys, like my thermal camera and things like that.
And I'm fine to buying that and spending money on it for you. It's the one thing I can do. It's like teachers, right? I remember in Canyons, teacher was working with her laptop, and I said, well, here's your new laptop, da-da-da-da-da. And I said, my advice to you is sell that. I said, you don't have a significant other or a spouse at home that needs it, do you? No. There's no use for you having a personal laptop and a work laptop. We allow you to do everything that you need to do, unless it's illegal, immoral, or illicit, on your work laptop. So sell it. Sell it now while it's at its premium value. And people don't, no, I have to do my own personal stuff here. Well, there's really no reason for it. Yeah, we could call this one in, and we could see that you went to Pinterest. Who cares? You know, we don't care.
I want to use his mobile data, so sure it's a paper or whatever to finish.
And yeah, I know he does have only so much data. And that was the other thing. As soon as I got into him with his phone, he says, oh, man, you know my phone bill's due. Like the 11th. And I'm like, dude, it's just one more thing every time. I'm just trying to be so Christ-like and help. But he sincerely wants to work. He doesn't want handouts. He wants to work. You can't find him jobs without a phone.
A lot of those restoration companies that gonna rebuild after fires and stuff, not like cleaning, stuff like that, they need a lot of sheetrockers. And
He's not a sheetrocker, he's a flooring guy.
Even so.
He's a carpet layer, well, here's his problem right now. He lost his wallet, so he lost his driver's license and his social security card.
IDs.
So we got him his driver's license, so he's got that now. He's waiting till the 13th to meet with Social Security. But it's just, he's not gonna walk in with what he needs to get a card unless they can say, you know, yeah, this is you. I mean, a birth certificate, come on. He's not gonna have that. So it's gonna be hard for him to try to get a Social Security card at this point in time. I've got him a job lined up at DI. He doesn't want it. It's $10 an hour. I said, and if you work 40 hours a week, that's 40 hours out of your van, 8 hours a day out of your van, and $400 less taxes that you now have in your pocket to do what you need to do. The thing I just hate is going to the job same time every day and doing the same thing every day. Guess what? That's life.
I mean, him and my father-in-law side, he's like, I never on a job I had to clock in. That's his big deal. If I have to clock in, I'm not working there. Sure. Work's work. Okay, so that did it. Get it updated so it doesn't burn through the minutes.
I paid him to paint a deck and paid him to do some yard work in the park, landscaping work in the park, and move a lot of rock and kill a lot of weeds. So what does he need to do from here?
Sign in with a Google account,
Yeah,
and then we
he's
need
gonna
to see if he
figure
can
that out.
get called again. And if he can get calls, then all he needs to do is sign in with that Google account should be ready to go.
there's the call. So at least he can receive calls, hopefully text messages.
Yeah, it's cool.
What's that?
Get some invoices in and start. I don't understand these vendors. They're more and more confusing. Oh, did you see they got rid of our Dell rep, server-side Dell rep? Took him 2.5 months.
What?
Ben Neary or whatever his name was.
Oh.
Gone. It's just like,